feeling ignorant, I'm feeling real ignorant. Pretty girls rockin' pearls, trying to get intimate. I don't share.
Hey, welcome to Anime Nerd. Please subscribe to this podcast for weekly reviews on all of your favorite anime, manga, and games. See you soon!
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your host, Anime Nerd. And today, guys, I went to go see a movie that I've been really anticipating seeing since I even heard about it. And a lot of you guys know that I've been really looking for another movie that reminds me of Your Name and The Silent Voice. And the movie finally came out that remind me of those similar movies and could be possibly in my top 3. Let me say it couldn't. It could be. It's definitely one of my top 3 favorite movies of this genre as far as anime movie. And the movie is called I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Now, I know it sounds crazy. A movie title name, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Anime Nerd, what in the world are you watching? And I kid you guys not. This movie was good from start to finish. And pretty much this is my review. I'm not going to give a whole review or synopsis about the whole movie, but there is spoiler alert for it. So pretty much you guys I gave it out, spoiler alert. So if you plan to watch the movie, please, check back at a later time to hear my opinion of it. But until then, you've been fair warned, okay? Anyway, so going right off the bat from it. So the movie kind of started off with a guy named Haruki Shiga, and he's kind of, from the beginning, I would per se, as a loner. And the reason why I would say he's just seen reading a book, kind of like just staying to himself, kind of a person with no emotion and anything like that. So he was in the hospital one day, and he ran into a girl named Sakura Yamamuchi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You guys know I'm horrible with Japanese names, but hey, I'm still working on it. So yeah, he ran into a girl named Sakura Yamamuchi, and from there on, Sakura Yamamuchi kind of find interest in Haruki Shiga, and those two kind of develop a friendship per se. Well, it was more like a one-sided friendship because Sakura was trying to be friends with Haruki because he found out something about her in the book that she was dying from a disease called pancreatic cancer and stuff like that. So she only had like a year or so, not too long to live for the most part, and she wanted Haruki to be friends with her. And naturally, so Haruki, being the oddball he is, didn't really find it any purpose of being friends with it and kind of didn't really care in the beginning and stuff like that. But in the movie, and this is where the movie got really good, you start seeing the relationship grow, and you start seeing the two of them being friends and stuff like that, and talks around about them being together begin to spread out throughout the classroom and so. And Haruki, being the guy who's usually in the self-center in the area and by himself, is someone that don't really like to be noticed and don't want anybody to really notice about what's going on and everything like that. So he didn't really like that. So of course, when people came out and asking like what's going on between him and Sakura, of course, naturally, so he is going to deny. Pretty much, he didn't really deny that much. I'm just being over dramatic, but for the most part, he did kind of play it off about their friendship. But throughout the whole series, or the movie, technically not series, if it is an anime series, I'm pretty sure it would be a dope ass anime series. But beside the point, throughout the movie, you kind of start seeing Haruki change a little bit. You kind of see him open up a little bit more and start learning how to interact with at least that person, because he was, like I say, still a loner. Sorry. He was still a loner, but Sakura kind of, with her, he was a little bit different with the whole thing and everything like that. So as the story progressed, you see him change, you see her conditioning get worse and everything like that. And it was one of those type of movie that you just enjoy, but you know the outcome of the movie and how it's going to end and everything like that. So he's like, man, you're enjoying these characters, wishing they be together, knowing that and the ultimate end that it's not going to happen that way. And the way how the movie started, it automatically started off with her funeral and then continue to show how it all began leading up to the funeral and everything. And even with the funeral, it's not what you guys think it is. It really isn't. And I'm just going to try to explain more before I even drop that type of bombshell, because this movie does mess with your emotion to the extent near the end. Now, it's more of a happy-go-lucky because the character Sakura herself, I'm going to explain Sakura for a little bit. So Sakura is a happy girl, one of those people that gets along with people, ain't afraid to stand up for something that is right. Whereas Haruki, who is the exact opposite of her, is like more self, introvert, don't want to really be messed with. If people ain't messing with him, he's fine with that. He'd rather just be in his book doing what he got to do. Don't really care what people say. And naturally, so you know that old saying, opposite attract. It's kind of make it towards that movie and so. But throughout the movie, you kind of see things kind of not say turn for a little bit of worse, but you see her condition got worse, where she pretty much was in the hospital for 2 to 3 weeks, getting sick and everything like that. And you start seeing Haruki get more, how should I say, he was more concerned, involved, and scared. He even admits it throughout the movie that he actually scared because he's going to lose someone that he himself didn't realize that he cared about and everything like that. Because throughout the movie, those two did a lot of things, a lot. And it was to the point like you think they're going to be in a relationship and you're hoping and praying that they are, but in the end, is one of those type of things that you know it probably won't happen. But in the movie, you feel like they're a couple regardless, no matter what they say, even if they deny it. And you wish they would have been honest with each other. And I know that is a thing in anime that the male and female characters just don't want to just right out admit that they have feelings for each other. You have to watch through the whole either series or movie. It doesn't even matter, episode. You have to watch them like deny each other the love that they have for each other. And it's frustrating. It really is frustrating. And me, myself, I can't stand that. It's like, yo, just go ahead and tell her how you feel. It's okay. It's all right, man. Nobody's going to judge you. The worst is going to be no. And nobody like rejection. Hell, I don't even like rejection. But hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? To find out if that person like you. Anyway, so the movie gets closer to the end. And before I go into it, since this is my review and this is a brief synopsis of the whole thing, I'm the type of person that I might just end up telling you what's going to happen. So if you guys don't want to know until after the movie, please, now is definitely the time. I know I gave you time in the beginning, but now is for real your time to go ahead and switch off from this, because once I tell this, there ain't no turning back. You know what happened. So just, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's keep it going. And so, anyway, I gave everybody enough time, so don't get mad at me if I go ahead and say what I had to say. Anyway, so in the movie, she finally got better from the hospital, and on her way to go meet up with Haruka, because she texted me, hey, let's meet up at the place that they first met. Naturally, so Haruka met her. They went to get lunch, and he was waiting for her pretty much and sent her a text saying, I want to eat your pancreas. This is where the movie gets, I promise you, tear jerky and everything like that. And everybody, naturally so, in my mind, he was like, while he was waiting, she never made it. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, dang, she died from her pancreas disease. I can't say the word right now because I'm so still choked up because I just watched this movie. But so pretty much, she died from that, but that is not the case. As when he went home and was checking his phone to see if she looked, in reality, the news was on, and it turned out that she was murdered and stabbed in the chest. And when I tell you, my whole world was turned upside down from that one scene alone. That one scene alone made me realize that wow, this movie really took a turn for the least. I'm pretty sure nobody in the whole entire movie theater was expecting that to happen to her. And when I saw that, I was like, dang, I'd rather have her die from the disease than being murdered. And from that point on, you hear nothing but silence. You hear a couple people like sniffling and so because of what just happened. It just took everybody by surprise. I ain't expect the movie to do that, and like I say, bravo for even doing that because that really shook me. It shook me. It even made me start to wonder because some of the things that Sakura was saying throughout the movie made you wonder if you're really living your life to the fullest, and you never know when you're going to die. So you should take your chance and enjoy everyday life. It made you think because what happened to her in the movie just show you how quick life happens. And even though, yeah, I know it's an anime movie, anime nerd, this ain't real life, but life and death is real life. And you guarantee two things. You're guaranteed to live and you're guaranteed to die. Those are the only two things granted for you. And you never know when you're going to die. So to wrap this all up, I'm just saying, everybody, you should definitely watch this movie. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I don't know how long it's going to be in theater. It might do an encore. I know they showed it on February 7th, and I just saw it on the 10th. Great job by the English cast for doing it. I'm definitely going to watch it in Japanese to compare it and see what stuff they changed because we all know they like to change some stuff on the English dub and everything like that. But overall, this movie is definitely in my top 3. And if you guys want to know what my top 3 is so far, it's Your Name, A Silent Voice, and now I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. So definitely check out those movies. They're all within the same genre. I highly recommend all of them. And now I'm on the search for a new tearjerker anime. I'm still waiting for an anime to truly make me cry or make me really, 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 really to the point of, I wouldn't say depression, but it makes you just be like, dang, like I can't get over it type. So if you guys got an anime like that, definitely go ahead and recommend it to me and I'll take that challenge. Anyway, it's your host, Anime Nerd. Please follow and subscribe on YouTube. Follow and subscribe on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever in the world you're listening to. Just go ahead and follow and subscribe and email me at any time. You know I'm here for you guys. All right. Until then, talk to you guys later. Peace.